Baseball Hall of Fame, this is what happens. We criticize who gets in, usually. Like, really? Andruw Jones? Carlos Beltran? It's a different baseball world. This isn't the slam dunk. Of course he's a Hall of Famer. When you have to go, let me look at the numbers. Andruw Jones is top 5 greatest defensive center fielders of all time. Not a great hitter, 254 average. But if we factor in defense at other positions like shortstop, second base, catcher, here's center field. And I think we have a bias against center fielders. I think of all the positions in the Baseball Hall of Fame, is center field, are there fewer center fielders in the Baseball Hall of Fame than any other position? Could you check that? Because I started to think about who's in as a center fielder. Obviously, Willie Mays is. Yes, Marvin.
Griffey, and then I'm drawing a blank.
Yes. But these are 2 center fielders, Carlos Beltran and Andruw Jones. Andruw Jones played on those great Brave teams, and a great defensive player came up I think as a teenager playing in the World Series postseason. But I don't know. Did he have over 350 home runs? Carlos Beltran, great hitter. Great hitter. Yeah, Paulie.
I have Hall of Famers by position according to the National Baseball Hall of Fame. The fewest catchers with 20. Everyone's about the same, though. With center fielder, it's 26. Okay. Right fielder, 29. Left fielder, 23.
Yeah.
There's only 19 third basemen. So by the numbers, third baseman is the most rare.
So Carlos Beltran, 9-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glove. And there are 4 players in history to have 27 hits, 400 home runs, 300 steals, and score 1,500 runs. Willie Mays, Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez. So, whoa.
Ow! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! Stat of the day! This is the stat of the day!
Brought to you by Panini America. So out of those 4 players, Willie Mays was the only one that wasn't under suspicion. I mean, Carlos Beltran was part of the cheating scandal in Houston. I like how, it was only for 1 year. Well, I don't know. Where do we draw the line? Like, is that cheating worse than steroids? You know, I'm glad I don't have to vote because you start to look at this and you go, all right, how do we separate this? Like, Jose Altuve is going to be a Hall of Famer. I don't know how much of what he did was due to cheating, but he was involved in it. Yeah, Seton.
Yeah, I do feel like there's kind of a difference. Maybe it's splitting hairs between introducing some form of technology that helps you know what pitches are coming versus someone taking steroids.
Carlos Beltran was a great hitter. I'm okay with that. Andruw Jones, career batting average 254, lowest of any Hall of Fame outfielder in history. But he won 10 Gold Gloves. It doesn't matter now. Nobody gets caught up in Gold Gloves anymore. When's the last time somebody said, like Arenado, man, he's a Gold Glove. Okay, great. But I don't know if it comes up where you're going, Molina, Gold Glove. But it doesn't come up that much anymore. And it used to be something that, you took great pride in. Yeah, Todd.
You're more likely to call someone a 5-tool player than a Gold Glove. That's even more special, more what people would say about a player.
Yes, Paulie.
Going back to Altuve with Houston, he had 6 very good seasons. The problem is 2017, he was MVP. 2017 is the season they are caught cheating.
Yeah. I'm glad I don't have to vote. But I will say this, Steve Garvey, deserves to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He's a 10-time All-Star. I think his batting average, like he's a 294 maybe career hitter, and I think he hit 50 points higher when he got into the postseason. He's a former MVP, 4-time Gold Glove winner, played for the Dodgers and the Padres. I'm missing something. And I know he's up with the Veterans Committee. In fact, I think he's kind of front and center, and they vote in December, I believe, on that. maybe he gets in then. I think Tommy John is also mentioned in that. Yes, Paul.
Again, 10-time All-Stars in any sport make the Hall of Fame. You can't find one that didn't. He also had 2-time NLCS MVP. He also won the All-Star Game MVP twice, which I know is an exhibition, but it still goes on your resume.
Back when the All-Star Game meant something.
Yeah.
But 10-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glove. Now, I did talk to a source who said when Garvey's name comes up, it's like Benny Hanna. They chop him up defensively. To which I said to my source, well, he won 4 Gold Gloves. Yes, Heaton.
Do we often bring up things like NLCS MVP when talking about other Hall of Fame candidates? I don't really feel like we do.
I think you have to bring up, the further away we get from your career, yeah, I think we do. I saw Garvey, in his prime. And I think having that as an MVP, 10-time, let's say just MVP and All-Star. You don't have to mention what he did in the postseason if you don't want to, or the All-Star game. That feels like that's Hall of Fame. Yeah, Todd.
Could you be too handsome for the Hall of Fame, where the pressure is on the people making the bus? How could we possibly capture that? They don't have to worry about the big forearms, but you got to get the face right.
Todd, I'm in the Broadcasting Hall of Fame.
They probably should have not included you because it would be too hard to chisel what we're looking at.
All right, fair enough. Yes, Seton.
I just don't know that when we talk about, say, like Bryce Harper, we're like, bust, NLCS MVP. What are you talking about? He's been great. I don't really see that as something that we bring up unless we are trying to use it as a metric.
Should we bring up Gold Gloves?
I don't know. There's a lot of them, but we do. I mean, you're going to be like 10-time Gold Glover. I mean, people definitely say that stuff.
But I don't think anybody brings up, who were the Gold Glove winners this year? I don't think anybody cares.
I don't know. Who was the NLCS MVP in 2024?
Kyle Schwarber.
Exactly. Nobody knows. Nobody cares.
But if we look back on the totality of your career, I would think that you would want to single out those things. We talk about postseason with pitchers. So if you're great in the postseason as a hitter, then we should highlight that. I don't have any problem with that. Reminding people of that. Yeah, Paul?
You could almost comp Steve Garvey a little bit to Derek Jeter. Big market, very good regular season, even better in the postseason.